All right, beautiful people, we have new pattern type here, and here's the example of the new pattern type. I wouldn't say it's a new pattern type, but anyway, it's a combination of type 4 and type 5, something we have already done. Let's combine both of them. And I'm sure even without looking at this video, you can solve this problem because you have already learned how to combine two pattern type, okay? So here for the pattern for type 4 that we have solved already, I'm sure you know how to do this one. In the last video, we did this one, okay? So let's go back to the code, and then of course you can understand like we are combining both of these two together, and then we are removing the duplicate, which is 1 2 3 1 2 3 in this case, okay? So let's go back. Our program is already there. We've been using this one quite a lot of time for the input validation and for running the row numbers. We have this one, and in order to print the space, we have already this one here. So let's try to understand it one by one. First of all, what we can do, we can focus on this part. Remember this, we already have a code for this part, okay? So let me run this code, and then probably you can understand what's going on. And this is something we did in the last video, so I'm not going to explain and repeat it, okay? By the way, I'm going to take the modulus here. There is no need of this one. Let me just get rid of this, and let's run it. So here I'm going to compile and run, and let's see what does the output look like. But first of all, let me clear the screen a bit for the terminal. And I'm going to compile and run actually again. And let's say this time if I give 5, it prints 555 444. And I'm not looking anything like this. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for, the number will be changed 1 2 3, then 1 2, then 1. Okay. So what we can do, this is very simple thing to do actually. We can solve this problem. We just need to print the column value here. Now let me compile and run, and let's see whether the output changed this time. If I give 5, and we can see it's changing. So this part, the level, the pattern type 5 actually is there for us. So we can keep this one. This is already created. Now we need to focus on this part. And for that, what we are going to do, we are going to copy and paste. So let me just copy the entire thing and paste down below. So exactly same code I have for both of them. Let me come back here again, and in this part, what basically we're looking for this one, okay? So I'm going to copy this. Let me just copy this and paste it here so that you know what I'm doing here, okay? And let me add a comment, and inside the comment I'm going to paste the code that I'm looking for. So here I will just keep it like this, and maybe a little bit more on this, okay? So this is our target that we want to do with the following loop that we have. So user will give us the total row numbers, which is in this case 3. And then you can see we need to print the space at the beginning. So we have the loop here for completing the row numbers. So the outer loop is ready. Then we have the loop for inner loop for printing the space at the beginning, and how the space is basically printed here. So when the row number is 1, we have 2 space. When the row number is 2, we have 1 space. When the row number is 3, there is no space. So how it's working? So we are subtracting row number from the total rows number. So that means 3 minus 1 for the first row, it will print 2 space. Then 3 minus 2, because the row number 2 here, and then it is going to print 1 space. Then 3 minus 3, 0, that means it's going to print 0 space. And this is something we already have done, right? So here I'm going to use n minus row for printing the spaces. What about printing the numbers? Because for the first row we are printing 1, for the second row we are printing 2 numbers, for the third row we are printing 3 numbers. And this is something very easy. I'm sure you know how to do this, right? So in this case, we are going to just use the row number. That should be all. Because for the first row, we are printing 1 column. For the second row, we are printing 2 columns, and it is printing the column below. Now, let me compile and run. Let's see how it behaves. Here, I'm going to compile and run. And before doing anything, I want to clear the screen so that you can see everything really well. I'm going to compile again and run again. So let's say this time I give 3 number of rows, and there you go. You can see 1 2 1 2 3. Everything looks perfect. But then we have the duplicate rows, and this is something we can easily eliminate with our ideas. So let's go back to the second loop, outer loop here. And inside the second loop, I want to start running it from the second row. That's all. That means I do not want to take the first row. And that should be all. Let me compile and run again, just to show you things are working perfectly. So here I'm compiling. Let's give 3 this time, and there you go. It's working completely fine. Let's try with a different row numbers. Let's say if I try with 5, there you go. It's working exactly the way we expected. And I'm sure now you can complete the rest of the things, like maybe for the alphabets, A, B, A, B, C, maybe for the asterisk as well. You can do those things, or a hash even. So you can try out different version of this pattern.